Hello, this is Andrew with $1million.bike. Today we're going to briefly discuss this YBN SLA-H11-TI. This is the G, or for gold. I've also been running the B or black version of it. I haven't really noticed any real differences between them, besides obviously one looks different than the other. I think they both look nice. I think the gold looks pretty smart on the right bike. But we're not going to talk about the looks. We're going to talk about the function. I'm not in a place to quantify how efficient a chain is, so we're not going to talk about that. I'm just going to talk about the longevity and the way it feels to ride the bike. As far as how it feels to ride the bike, it feels like any other, high quality chain, in that, like, if you lube it properly, it's quiet and it feels smooth. I have no complaints there. I thought it would be interesting to see how long one of these chains would last in the best case scenario. I kind of had a feeling that it wasn't where I wanted it to be. So I put this chain on a bike, on the bike that I keep on my trainer, and I rode it on my trainer, which are arguably the best conditions that one could possibly ride a bike. It doesn't get rained on. There's no dirt here. It's just, on the trainer, and I don't sweat all over it either, so it's not going to get nasty from that either. I made a point to lube it every couple weeks. This chain lasted 2,771.91 miles. Of that, 44.91 of those miles were outside. I cleaned and lubed the chain before I loaned it to a friend, which is where those 44.91 miles came from. And then when he returned it, I cleaned and lubed the chain again. So it does somewhat muddy the pool, but I mean, chains are meant to be used outside, so there is that. And in the size of the sample, that's such a small number, I don't think it really impacts it anyway. I would have expected more than, let's just call it 2,800 miles. I would have expected more than 2,800 miles out of a chain in those conditions. I have gotten more than 2,800 miles on Shimano Ultegra chains and Shimano Dura-Ace chains, which are not incredibly durable either. Both in a waxed and traditionally lubed application. This one was traditionally lubed. I used Rock and Roll Gold on it. You can kind of take that for what it is. If I personally am probably not going to buy these anymore because they cost around $45. And even if an Ultegra chain lasted the same amount of miles or time or elevation or whatever, you can find them for about half the price. So it's just way more efficient to use a chain that costs less, that gets me to effectively the same place. Anyway, I hope you find that useful. If you did, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.